All right, Coach. Well, autumn starting to give way to the first hints of winter as we are at a chilly MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river. With that other team here in the metropolitan area, the New York Giants. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! Watch 50. Watch QB jump. Watch QB jump.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. He's locked in early. 2 nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold caught here by Griffin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. On first down, it's Darnold. His throw caught at about the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive going to plan so far. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead at 7-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line. Here we go. 180!
Get that quarterback, D-line! Get that quarterback, D-line!
11. 6.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
16 yards.
Always a plethora of storylines when the Jets and Giants get together, and certainly one big storyline is what they've been able to do in the backfield. Saquon Barkley, he's the Giants' future in the backfield, and now Le'Veon Bell coming over from Pittsburgh. He has really solidified what the Jets want to do, carrying the football, and both of these guys threats catching it as well. They really appear to both be set for years to come. These are going to be some fun battles to watch. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 34-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
Now Garoppolo. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
First down, Giants.
Here we go, here we go.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the draw, this is Barkley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jordan Jenkins coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Here's Darnold. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. That was DeAndre Baker that time who was able to break that one up. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. Chris Herndon, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. And Pointer, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Play action. Garoppolo. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Back. 65.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
13.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Sidesteps him at the now Barkley stripped of the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. It's been a good 1st half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Darnold on 1st down. Caught here by Bell. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 25 yards that time. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Darnold to throw again. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, it's Garoppolo. He completes it to Tate. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
First down.
Here we go. 180. 1 Omaha.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Got a man. It's Brown. A gain of 6 there on first. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. This will be caught by Brown. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And now it's 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Pull it high. Watch the screen. Go ahead.
On play action. Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey. Motion. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Go out. Let's go.
Now McCoy, his first throw since coming in.
He's checking.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Antonio Brown can wreak havoc in so many ways. Here he's able to cause a PI penalty.
He runs the defensive backs with such speed and power. I think it creates panic on their end, and a lot of times they just reach out and grab him, and that's the result there, a pass interference call.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. PAT up and good by Rosas. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle in New York. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, McCoy. Man open left side is Brown. The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Antonio Brown, 84 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run, 53 yards. Now it's Darnold. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Lockett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
54's Mike, 54's Mike. Say go.
From the gun, McCoy. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, but it'll be 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
General West.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr. But a season ago, pretty good for Sterling Shepard. 66 receptions, 872 yards, and now hoping for a 1,000-yard campaign in 2019.
Check Mike 33. Check Mike. Hey, Echo.
Mike, check 33.
On 3rd down, McCoy. He gets it to Brown. Good play. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now McCoy. It's complete to Brown, right side. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 39-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Now Saquon Barkley, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Pilot, 64, weak. Bam.
Here's McCoy. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 27, Darnold. It's caught, Lockett. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. McCoy finds his tight end Ingram. A gain there of 21 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
91.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready to go. 56. Get it.
Operating from the gun, McCoy. He's got his man. This is Tate. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 52.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Yo, go. Hey, wahoo. Let's go.
From the gun, McCoy. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The sack by Jordan Willis.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Come on, boy. Come on.
Ready?
After the sack on first down, McCoy. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let one fly for Tate. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll start out on the ground with Bell, and he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Again, it's Bell. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyler Fackrell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Darnold looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Get in the weight room. Check 3, check 3. And 80. And 80.
Darnold now to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about...
And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Lockett, 38 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw again, McCoy. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Giants on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, Haywood! Let's go! Lee Griffin!
Operating from the gun, McCoy. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Back to throw. McCoy. Space to maneuver at the 40. It's caught. Shepard. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. On 1st and 10, McCoy. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. And now off to the races down the right side. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Back to throw, Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken in at the 1. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, McCoy. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Looking to throw. McCoy. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Outside. Go, Rady.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out.
80 weapon.
To throw is Darnold. He lets it fly for Lockett. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Lockett, 30 yards. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. Gostkowski the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to throw. McCoy. Over the middle here to Brown. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on 1st down, McCoy. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Hey, Charlie. Check my 33. Check my 33.
Back to the air on second down. McCoy, he'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
A gain of 16 yards.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Looking to throw. McCoy. And that'll be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Check 99. Check 99.
Throwing again on second and 10. McCoy, he completes it to Tate. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
Check nickel.
Hey, Sam off. Hey, Alpha. Snap.
Operating from the gun, McCoy. And Tate's got it. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
50 seconds to mine.
Hey, lock it.
Check. Fresno.
Get it.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. On second and 11 now. McCoy to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. So they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Hey, zoom.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Ready?
To throw on third down, McCoy. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
Let's go. 10 Lobo.
33. Tackles. Mike check 30.
Go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Saquon Barkley. Incomplete. He was covered by Jamal Adams.
On the set.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch twist.
Hey, Echo.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Shoot.
Throwing again, McCoy. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver, and it's third down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, seam 6.
From the gun, McCoy to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
57's right. Let's go. Big rip.
On 4th down, McCoy. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Jordan Jenkins. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.